14:20 in the morning for this December 17th, 2022. Up and at 'em bright and early. I got an umpire clinic to go and teach at later on this morning, so we'll get this out to the masses bright and early for you guys to enjoy. Today's show is brought to you by SeatGeek and the SeatGeek app. Use promo code 1420POD at SeatGeek.com today and save $20 on all your tickets. You guys know the drill. I've been saying that for almost a year now. But anyways, Thursday night, I think it was. Yeah, it was Thursday. All the days are kind of mending together or melding together or whatever the word is. And Thursday night, I was having a beverage at my local watering hole prior to the big show, the 1420 podcast that we did on Thursday night. And it was a doozy. You guys should make sure you get a listen to that later on today. But anyways, my main man, the fan in the van, Jim Plotner, the Yankee breaking news correspondent, Yankee fan through and through. He let me know that the New York Yankees had signed Carlos Rodon to a 6-year, $162 million deal. The Yankees went out and got their man. They spent some money. They did what they had to do. Now they have, I like this deal a lot for the Yankees. They add to a very, very strong pitching rotation. They made it probably the best pitching rotation in the American League, probably in the American League East for sure, without a doubt. But in the American League, adding to Garrett Cole, Luis Severino, Nestor Cortez, and Frankie Montas, who I think is going to have a bounce back year. He came to the Yankees a little bit banged up with the Oakland A's deal that they had made the deadline last year. But I like this deal a lot for a couple of reasons. One, you can never have too much starting pitching, no matter what, because with the way these guys pitch nowadays, and they always get hurt, and they always need time to recoup, and they need rest days, and their shoulders get sore. And Rodon's not without exception on this. He's had his Tommy John surgery, which every pitcher gets, which is a weird thing. How you rest more and everything else, and these guys all get hurt. The velocity they throw out. But anyways, he had some shoulder tightness last season. He took a couple of weeks off. He was having a Cy Young kind of a year. Went down a little bit for a couple of weeks, so that hurt his Cy Young chances. But he got paid. He bet on himself. He took a 2-year deal with an opt out with San Francisco. But now he's full in with the Yankees. He got a no trade deal, which I don't understand no trade deals. I would never give one as a GM. That's my own personal opinion. I would never, ever do that. If I've given you $162 million, you better be giving me $162 million worth of work. And my investment in you is that 162. And you know how you don't get traded? You don't suck. Don't suck, you won't get traded. Pretty simple. Really simple. The Yankees will be competitive year in, year out. The no trade deal, I will never understand why why GMs across all sports give those out. Yes, it's a thing, and everybody gets them because they want that security. You know what security is? $162 fucking million. That's what security is. But anyways, like I said, I like this deal a lot. They go out and they get another arm, a left-handed arm that's going to be great. That's going to do what the Yankees need, and their rotation is going to be just as strong or stronger now than the Houston Astros, that's the hurdle that they got to jump over now with Verlander gone from the Astros. That's a Cy Young Award winner. That's not with the Astros anymore. So adding Rodon is the ace, I guess, the ace in the hole. Cole's still their ace, obviously, but it's the ace in the hole that they're going to have, and they're going to have a guy every 5th day that's a strong pitcher, strong left-hander every 6th day or whatever it is, that comes out and gives you each innings up. With their bullpen kind of in shambles a little bit. You don't really know who your closer is at this point. I think this is a great deal for the Yankees, getting a guy that is going to be a big innings eater. And when it comes to October, I like this deal a lot, just for the simple reason they match up so well with the Astros bullpen. Whether they get to those games in October, it remains to be seen. But you got to plan for October, and you can't win the World Series in December, but you can sure lose it, kind of deal. One of those deals. Usually it's April, and I use that term, but I'm going to use it today. I'm going to use it for this signing. I like it a lot. I think it's a smart deal, and they have a better starting rotation than most teams in the American League, so it should help them in the long run. Reason number 2 why I like this deal, I don't have 100% faith that nasty Nestor Cortez is going to be able to replicate what he did last season. He's a journeyman pitcher. He's been around a little, not really long, but long enough where one season does not make a career. I hope he comes back. He seems like a great guy. He seems like a great Yankee. He had a great season last year, went 12-4, I believe. But I don't have a whole bunch of faith in a guy who's only done it once and kind of came out of nowhere. There's a reason why you come out of nowhere, and sometimes those guys end up being a flash in the pan. I'm not saying he is a flash in the pan at all. What I'm saying is that he could be. And to have a guy like Rodon coming out just in case, and a full year of Severino, who's proven himself time and time again. He's my favorite Yankee pitcher. I'm not sold on Cole for some reason. Cole's a stud, but I'm not sold on Cole as much as I am Severino. I like Severino a lot more than Cole, and they got him at a hell of a deal for arbitration, $15 million or something. It's crazy when $15 million is a deal, hey? Like, it's just that money, it doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. But I like this rotation a lot. Now we'll see what the Yankees can do with their bullpen, what they're going to do with the rest of the offseason. It's been a great offseason for the Yankees so far. They're spending. I don't like it. I kind of hate it. I'll get to that in half a second here. But they've had a great offseason so far. Obviously bringing Judge back. Obviously bringing Rizzo back has been big. And then getting Rodon so far. Now they've got to find a way to get rid of Hicks and get rid of the president of the Josh Donaldson fan club, Josh Donaldson. And for some reason, his Donaldson, his name is trending on Twitter a lot. Like, I'm on the Twitter machine throughout the day, and his name is always trending. So I'm just assuming a deal is done because I don't have my notifications on. I guess I just got to wait for Jim Plotner, the fan of the van, to get back to me when these deals are getting done, because he'll let me know in a heartbeat, because he wants to get rid of IKF, Hicks, and Donaldson somehow. He had some trade speculation. Maybe give his show a listen and he'll tell you what those are, because Jim, he nails her every time. He's great. Yeah, for some reason, and if you guys can get back to me what this MILF Manor is, that would be good. I'm afraid to click on it on my phone or on my computer because I don't know what's going to show up. But MILF Manor seems to be trending quite heavily on the Twitter machine lately. But Donaldson, I'd like to see him gone, but getting rid of that contract is going to be tough. That's $25 million for a guy who can't hit. It seems like his best days. We talked about it here a lot on the show, so I don't know if they're going to be able to get rid of Donaldson and IKF. I think they have a chance of getting rid of Hicks if they can eat a little bit of that money, but all of a sudden the Yankees have this payroll and they're going over these tax thresholds, and like I said the other morning, that baseball's in trouble, and I really believe that, and the Yankees are not adding to it. They're not helping the situation by spending as much as they are. I hate it. I can't stand it, because if the Yankees do win, I will take it. Don't get me wrong. I would take a championship, but I don't like the uncompetitive balance that's in baseball, and the have and have nots is getting a wider and wider every year. I hate it. I can't stand it. And then if the Yankees do win, then all we're going to hear as Yankee fans is, see, all you can do is this, and you get buy championships, and you know how people get and how they talk. I'm not a big fan of it. I can't stand it, but it's the way it is. And if you got the money, I guess you got to spend it, because the Yankee fans, don't be surprised, Yankee fans, when your chicken buckets are $25 this year instead of just $20. It's going to happen, the way that they're spending money and everything else, because it is still a business. But that's my thoughts on the Yankees for this week.
The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.